And let's get back to some more points here, right? One, even in a court martial, I'm entitled to a defense. Now, like, and if you get in, right? Right. All right, now at Captain's Mess, that's a little different because then I did something on the ship, right? Like sleeping on watch or something, right? Supposedly, right? But there again, I had a medical issue, and that's what I'm trying to bring up to the captain. And again, that is an excuse. Yes. Either I had insomnia, Captain, or I was having problems sleeping, right? And I had it medically checked out, and I have at least hypersomnia, right? Yeah. Whatever that is, medically. Yeah. That's a reason to fall asleep on watch. Yes, it is. Whether I did or not, by the way. And the whole point is, though, you're trying to hold me to standards my body can't match because of the wreck or fall. Right. By now. Too. You're trying to treat me like I'm the same person in 1990 as I am now. I'm not. I'm a disabled veteran for since 1999. Right. 1999. Say it one more time. I can sing that. No, you can sing that. But the reason is, I'm a fun person to be around. You're probably poor, miserable, and naked, right, to be around. No one really wants to be around you, right? I'm probably the life of the party like Jesus would be, and you're probably the scribes and Pharisees mulling over people seeing in the corner alone. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Not seeing your own. Not seeing your own. Trying to point out other people's sin, but not really dealing with your own. No. See, I'm trying to help you deal with your own, other people's sin, and repent of it. Right. Whether you did it or not. Right. That's the point. We all sin here. And there's no one that sins not. Right. There's no one who probably ain't broke a law, especially criminal law, that just ain't got caught yet. Right. Not just me who hasn't got caught yet. The thing about corruption is it's about money and a transfer of power. Meaning a judge is sitting on the stand, and because of his positioning, not necessarily what actually occurred, he's rendering a verdict against someone, even though legally they have a good claim. Yeah. That's called being corrupt. No, yes, it is. And any judges who's corrupt shouldn't be on the stand. Yeah. Same with any figure. Right. That's why we have three branches of government: the Congress and the Senate that makes the laws, the president who tries to run the country, and the judicial system that tries to punish the laws. Right. That's why, too. Right. Like the Salem witch trials and things like that, the Inquisition, and even Hitler, you can accuse somebody of a crime just to make them look bad, even if they didn't do that wrong. Right. They were just in the wrong place at the wrong time, maybe. Right. Or around the wrong people. Right. At least that's what you're implying. Like I keep telling you. You're not getting it if my wife and the stepdaughter were sleeping together, right? Who you're really blaming. Right. Ain't me, but the mom, I know. Why? Who can't? Who's supposed to protect the child at night if I'm on the couch and not let her go in there to meet the mom? Legally. It's not on me to make sure she don't come in there to me. Though I wouldn't do that either, right? And all I can do if she did is, like I told you, wake up, ask her who showed her that, and bring her back to her mom. Which is all I said I did. Right. In a nutshell. The rest of it is hypothetical. If I might could have done something more if the child was acting like she needed help doing something. Right. Which there's only 4 reasons: eat, drink, pee, or bathe the child. She might would wake you up in the middle of the night. You don't know that. Is that a lie? No, no. It's the truth. And how do I know? I helped raise my sister. Right. I told you that I was around another little girl. So ask my sister I molested her, she'll tell you that. So if I didn't molest her, why would I molest Stephanie's daughter? There's no reason to. There's no reason to. Even if she lives in Tennessee. Not to me, not to me. I ain't going to jail for that little girl. How many times I got to tell you that? That's the whole point. I would go to jail for that. Right. And you could easily prove that if you got video or something like that. You write it up based on the video. Mm-hmm. If you got a video, you got a video. Mm-hmm. No one can dispute that. Can they? Unless they didn't do enough on it, or the girl said, Grandma showed her that. And that's on the tape too, right? You can't edit the tape either. You got to show it in its entirety, right? From beginning to end, however long the tape is, if you and the girl interacted or not, right? If you edit the tape, you're lying. In one area. And I'm trying not to lie at all, but that don't mean I don't recall or don't have amnesia or don't remember everything, because I have had trauma before and after the incident with the stepdaughter. One within 2 weeks after, so you can't prove I remember crap about it. Except maybe where I'm sleeping. And what caused us to go to Arkansas suddenly. Daphne trying to get her daughter from her mom the whole time. But she wouldn't let her till after 6 months. So no, she wouldn't. Well, guess what that means? Whoever got her pregnant, she's going to have that baby too. Yes, she is. You can't do an abortion after the third trimester either. Not then, not in 1990, not in 1990. They would let you do it up to a certain point, but not after the third trimester, right? Not if the child's in the third trimester, right? So Daphne's stuck with whoever child she has. The reason I say that now is Jonathan tells me he has different DNA patterns, right? He's Scottish and Swedish and whatever, English, more English than I am, right? He's 22%, I'm barely 12, right? And it's not a full 12, because I got 4% more Irish, right? That alone is 29%, then, right? 25 has to be from one of my other relatives, right? Like my grandma Kemp, right? Or Grandma Lee, as she divorced Claude Lee and married Mr. Kemp, her husband, right? And again, she might have had another affair on Kemp. I don't know. But still stay married to him, you know. Right. I heard that rumor about my grandma, right? But true or not, okay, that's old news. I can't do nothing about that, whatever the hell happened. Right. All I know is my grandma had at least 7 children, right? Or so. She had 4 with Claude, Russell, Tina, Ronnie, and Bobby, right? She had Tony with Kemp and Billy, that's 6, and maybe another one, I'm not sure, right? But that's 6 or 7 children herself, right? Now that's in the Tobit, the book of Tobit, right? Tobit talks of a woman named Sarah who married 7 men, right? And they all died on the day of wedding night. So they figured she had a demon. And Raphael helped the young man to marry her. And it's a cool story. I just read it finally. It has a lot of semblance in the New Testament. It still talks about the Father and the glory and the majesty of God, right? See, the glory is feminine, the Father is masculine, right? Still gives masculine and feminine references to God too, right? As in the old. As by the other prophets. Tobit is just the prophet, but he's from Naphtali, right? And he's also around the time of Nineveh and Jonah, right? By the way, too, right? And that's the whole point, too, right? I know. Like I keep telling you, right? Facts are facts. Making stuff up don't prove nothing but that you're making stuff up, right? I can't even excuse sticking my tongue out and say I was just smelling her, and you can't prove that either, right? You gotta prove physical contact between me and the child, even if you got a video or not, even if she said Grandma sure did that or not, right? Or whatever she said that won't allow you to actually show me the video, which is the point, right? If I can explain the video differently than you, then there's another alternative explanation for what I did, right? Probably too, right? If that makes more sense, what you saw was because you were prejudiced by someone else around me who prejudiced you towards me. Like the shipmates, for example. You listened to them more than you wanted to listen to me, and that's on you then, right? You don't get it. They didn't want to work with me. They didn't want to train me. I didn't know what I was doing the whole time on the ship. Though I'm trying, right? What I did know I could do. What I didn't know I couldn't do, which is electric stuff, right? I didn't know what half the equipment even looked like on the ship, right? Because they would just give me the work card, right? They didn't tell me, by the way, in A school or on the ship that I needed the book to do the job, right? I didn't know what the hell the books were on the shelf were even for, right? They didn't tell me that part. Now, I told you before, Leap showed me a bunch of books, but he didn't tell me what they were for. He pointed them out. Hey, there's some books on the shelf over there. I was like, oh, okay. But he didn't tell me what they were used for, really. So I didn't know, right? I also didn't see them using the books to do the job, right? So I didn't know what was going on there, right? The whole time I'm on the ship, too. I don't know what's going on, right? I don't know how to be an electrician in the Navy, and I admit it to this day, because they were quid pro quo me, too, right? Trying to say if I would give them sex, they would train me, but if not, they wouldn't. They didn't train me, so what do you think really happened? Nothing. Like I told you, if Ben had sex with me one way or the other, it still could make my butt bleed, and I could still have to go to, I don't know, medical the next morning, necessarily or not, whether I considered it or not. And I don't know how to have sex with men. I never did. To my memory. I can say I don't recall, but there again, right? The reason you don't recall is usually if someone blacks you out or knocks you out while they're trying to rape you, right? And then they don't care that you're knocked out. They just doing it for the nut. To ejaculate inside of you. That's all they care about then, right? Not whether you consider it or not. And I have no record of me ever going to the ship for a bleeding butt. Nope. Not once. But that's what I imagined would happen. I don't know. I never had butt sex. Right? I can't tell you something I don't have the answer to. And I'm not curious to find out about it either. Right? Never was. And there you go again. Back to square one. Right? To prove something, you would have proof of the rape or proof of the medical thing. Sex is something medically proven or disproven, right? And if he does show you how to do all that, so does Forensic Files. That's a factual show. So did Quincy. That's another fictional show I watched that dealt with DNA evidence or gathering evidence of a crime, right? Quincy M.E., right? Medical examiner. Coroner as well. And all these shows are based on real medical and real things you have to do if you're a police officer to gather evidence of a crime, right? That's the whole point, right? You can't just arbitrarily accuse anyone, even on YouTube. You gotta have facts, right? Bye.